Hey guys, oh, you're kidding. Hey guys, Anthony from Gamer Tactics here once again, and just, oh, really? Well then, that was a failure. A massive one. Stupid sandwich later, I'll smack her with my baguette. Anyway, as I was saying, Anthony here from Gamer Tactics once again. I am doing a little bit of slang. I was unfortunate enough to get Rock Slug task. And while I was doing this, I figured I'd make a little video and talk about the recent poll that went up, which will be ending tomorrow, it looks like. March 20th. Um, but I wanted to talk about what was on the content, what I voted, and ask what you guys voted, what your opinions are. And so I'm gonna kind of pop between Runescape screen and the poll screen every so often here. So let's take a look at this. The first poll is the Easter 2007 event activated for this year. Reactivated. So what I assume is that it will be the 2007 Easter event that was on that year, not just a Easter event like some people seem to think it is. But I would really enjoy it to be the one that it was from 2007 because I'm not sure. I think that's the one where you get the chicken suit, and is it also the Easter egg ring? I'm not sure though. But anyway, for the most part, I would really like to see that come back, especially because you gotta have an Easter event. You gotta have a holiday event. I mean, it's not RuneScape without some random weird holiday event. I mean, come on. On EOCscape, they even went so far as to include a Valentine's Day event. That was just no, that was not necessary. So, um, the second one is the unidentified herbs are becoming changed to grimy herb name. Like, instead of regular herb, it would be like grimy ranar or Terramin or Harlander. I don't really know if I like that or not, because I particularly voted no on that one, because I see it as you have a chance to make it's kind of like it makes you want to train your herb lore to actually get it so you can get it up high enough to identify the herbs that you have, so you can sell them for more money rather than just buying the herbs as units, cleaning them for like 500 GP or selling them for 500 GP when you can sell them for so much more if you just had the herb lore level. And as for someone who's currently still making their own potions, at least attack and strength potions, it doesn't really bother me to not have it like that, but I suppose in the future it could potentially bother me when I can't make a potion that I want, or I don't really want to waste my time or money making the potion. I could just, I don't know, get someone with the herbs. I don't know. I don't. Pretty much that one is said. I think you have to have a 75% vote over the other one, so it has to have a 75% vote to pass. And it doesn't look like that one's going to pass, so it looks like it's going to stay the same as just regular grimy or unidentified herbs. A command is added to toggle the visibility off roofs off on and off. That one's really a no-brainer. Like when I'm trying to walk into a building, you can't click through the roof, and it really gets annoying. I don't think it really affects the gameplay that much that it would be people would be up in arms over them just randomly changing it. I don't think it was necessary for them to put a poll on this, and it kind of feels like they're kind of playing a bit of a two-sided card, saying, okay, so you want a poll on this? We'll put a poll on every unnecessary little thing before we change it. But still, that's just kind of how I see it. The login screen, pressing the enter key initiates the login attempt. That is pretty much the same thing as I just said. That's not really a big change to the game that I don't feel they needed to ask questions about, because I'm pretty sure it was rather obvious, and why would you even vote no for that because it really doesn't hurt anything. I mean, I see there's what 17% people said no. 16,127 votes said no. They gotta be a troll. It doesn't affect your gameplay. And if anybody out there can tell me why it could potentially affect your gameplay, please do. But I don't see how it does, and I just see they're just kind of going, oh, well, we really don't, we really don't care. We just want to annoy you with all this useless polls that really you don't need to care about, but because you want to have control over the whole game, it seems. And here I am just trying to make Jagex out to be a bad guy right after they gave us what we wanted and gave us 2007 Skate back. And they're really not, but it feels this way to me. It feels like they're not being the way they should be with this. So the tab key starts a reply to your last incoming private message. Yes, yes, yes. Again, I don't see why anybody would vote no to that. It's so helpful. It is so helpful because I hate having to go. If I say I'm trying to type to someone, I have to go all the way into my friends list, click their name, and do that. I can just press tab, and it does it. It's just, I mean, people could argue it just makes it so much easier, but when does typing to someone affect your gameplay like that? It doesn't. It really doesn't. I mean, why would you vote no for this? So, right-click upon a private message to start replying to it. That would work if you're getting multiple messages from more than one person. Say if you're like an extremely famous YouTuber, you turn your friend private chat on for 1 minute and you're going to reply to a few people who talk to you just to be nice, and you get random spam and everybody's talking to you, everybody's typing to you. You wouldn't be able to just hit tab and do that. So I see that as something necessary that, maybe they could have just added and it wouldn't have been, a big deal. A lot of this stuff is just very trivial things that they could have added and it not made a difference to the entirety of RuneScape. A few free worlds are made available so PKers can fight with free-to-play gear limits. Membership is still required. I don't see why anybody would vote no for that again, because you could just choose what world you want to go on, and it would put anybody who doesn't want to play with a free-to-play limit on a normal world, and people who do want to play with a free-to-play limit, because sometimes free-to-play PKing is much more entertaining than getting DDS in 5 seconds. And some people know that a lot better than I do, because I'm not much of a DDS melee PKer. I am a ranged PKer. But I don't see that as being a problem, and I don't see how so many people could have voted no for this. It's like they misunderstood what it means. It means they're not making every world free to play. It means that they're making a few worlds free to play, so people who want to play free to play can play free to play. I don't understand what some people might have a problem with that as. So let's go to the next one. Your run mode setting is remembered on login. Yes, I voted yes for this one too. Just as I voted yes for the PKing and most of the other ones. The only ones I voted no for was the changing of the grimy herb. The run mode setting, it does really get annoying, especially if you're logging back in and you logged out in a hostile area. I would like to be able to run from whatever's attacking me. Especially if I logged out, was low on food, say I needed to go do something. And I was going to teleport when I came back and I forgot and I couldn't run. I couldn't teleport fast enough, say I'm fighting something that saps my magic level per se. It would be nice to be able to run from that and not have to go, oh crap, I'm going to die, click, click, click. Left-click bank boosts for direct access to your bank. Yes, I would particularly like that. I also wish they would fix that extra click that tends to happen. Like, say, if you're trying to pick something up or attack something really fast or trying to do something really fast, you seem to click like a second after it, like it's a lag in the client screen where you kind of click again like you're trying to pick something up. And it just doesn't want to work properly. Or it makes you run out of your safe spot if you're safe spotting something. You're trying to attack a monster, and when you right click and attack and you don't get it, you're trying to right click attack and get it faster than everyone else. It kind of just falls out, and you just click the ground beneath it, and it makes you run out. I want to see that changed. That would be nice, but I don't see that in this update. Because it's kind of like I feel like they're poking fun at the fact that we want to choose the updates that we want in our game. I mean, we're the players, right? We are the ones playing this game. We are the ones enjoying it. We have a right to say, yeah, we like the idea of this update, or no, we don't like the idea of this update. You'd think they would want to, yeah, it's obvious that they want to retain creative rights and be able to make it the way they want it. But when you're running a business and you're trying to make money off of a game, you want people who are playing your game to like your decisions, not dislike your decisions. If Jagex had figured that out from the get-go, they might have saved themselves a lot of money in the line. So I believe that's it for all of them. This will be ended tomorrow. And as for future updates, potential polls I'd like to see, I would like to see the rest poll put out, because I would like to be able to rest again. I know it kind of makes things a little bit easier, and it's not very high on a lot of people's opinions, but just running an 07scape is so horrible. It takes you forever to get anywhere, and I heartily dislike that fact. I would like to see a poll for summoning. Like maybe summoning to be implemented, because it may have changed it a little bit, but it wasn't enough that people hated it. People saying they want to see God Wars Dungeon and the Grand Exchange put in. I don't like the idea of God Wars Dungeon or the Grand Exchange put in, because the Grand Exchange and the God Wars Dungeon is right where it started to decline, because you get those really strong weapons that everybody wants from the God Wars Dungeon, and the fact that they're so strong and so overpowered, and they get translated into PvP, and then that's when it starts to become everything's overpowered and not as fun anymore, because when everybody's fighting with whips and DDSs, because they were so much easier to acquire back then, it was a lot more entertaining. It was a lot more fun, because not everybody had this EGS that you could just whip out and hit 650 with. I understand that DH is relatively close to something similar, except for the fact that you have to risk it for the biscuit, you know? You have to get down there, you gotta get low on health, and you have to almost probably die to try and get the kill. That makes it a lot more entertaining. That's a rush. That's a risk for the risk. You know? Alright, so I think that's good enough for now. If you guys want me to talk about any more of these, we're going to be working on possibly a new guide soon. We're sorry about the videos lately. We haven't been putting out as many. Things have been a bit busy for me, to Drew, and Ash is currently moving, so she's a bit in between computer access right now. So we'll try and keep you guys updated on everything. We'll try and keep cranking out videos as often as we can. But right now we're sorry for the amount of videos that we can and can't put out, and we hope you guys still enjoy them. And we will see you again next time.